Dave, we already added a track from this next artist to our best of 2020 playlist, Thundercat. It is what it is, man. His fourth album. Um, yeah,
Great album title for these tough times.
yeah, for real. And you just mentioned Sam Hunt's 35. Thundercat also 35. Much different outputs, and I think influences in their respective genres. And
Yeah.
uh, did you like this album? It is what it is.
Yeah, I think so. I
You
think
sound
no,
super into it.
no. What I realized, I think, after listening to this, and I listened to Drunk too, his last album from two plus years ago, is that like Thundercat, I think, makes really good music solo, and obviously he's a really talented producer and multi instrumentalist and all that. But I like his collaborations with other artists more than I like his solo music. And I feel like even Thundercat probably would acknowledge that. Like he's more popular for his work with Kendrick and Kamasi Washington and Childish Gambino and Janelle Monáe, Mac Miller, Flying Lotus. It's a long list. He's very in demand, and he works with tons of talented, critically acclaimed people all the time. He's got that ear. But when he does make his own music, it's almost like, I don't know, is it lower stakes? I thought this was almost a lower stakes album. But if you dig deeper, it is kind of interesting. He's not drunk anymore. He's actually sober. And I guess Mac Miller's passing helped get him to decide that he just wasn't interested in drinking too much anymore, which is, obviously tough all around, but that's nice to hear, I suppose. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty breezy. He does have a good voice, and usually we think of his bass first, but he's a solid singer too.
Yeah, I'm still going to think of him as bass first, because the thing that stands out by far, or stands out most to me, I guess, by far on this album is his bass is extraordinary. And we already knew that, so that we don't really need to stay on that too much. But man, I pretty much like once a song, I would just tune into the bass line. I'd be like, this guy is just like the best soul funk bassist out there right now. I guess jazz soul funk. And it's interesting because Kamasi and Flying Lotus, they're all friends, and I think they even grew up in jazz bands together out in LA.
They're all on Brain Feeder, same album or same label,
and they helped produce this album. And Kamasi is just so much more a traditional like jazz musician. Like you listen to his albums, and it's these long epic jazz like I don't know, opuses that you're just like taking.
That's the name of the last one, right? The Epic, was it?
Yeah, something like that. And then you have Flying Lotus, who's just so unique, and some of the stuff that Flying Lotus makes is so obscure and like hard to really get into
out there.
And then you have Thundercat, who just seems like he took the best of both of them and has made it a lot more palatable for the average music fan. I think that's what I really respect, is he still, I think, stays true to his roots while also making music that most people would at least get something out of. Like Black Qualls is just a really good funk like song just in general. And then you have Childish Gambino coming in, and Steve Lacy offering some bars and singing over it, giving a little bit of that soul, and it's just a really great song. Just like Ty Dolla $ign shows up later on the album on Fair Chance. I think that sounds really good. Lil B obviously jumping on that as well.
Praise God. Let's go.
And probably my second favorite song on the album after Black Qualls is Dragon Ball Do-Rag. That song's fucking awesome, and the music video for it is hilarious too.
Yeah, I mean, you just named the three singles. I believe those are my favorite songs. Two of those three involve collaboration. Thundercat, I think, is really good when he's playing off other people. I also like Overseas, which features Zach Fox, who's always hilarious when he shows up. But yeah, I mean, I think when it's just Thundercat's voice or him at a sample, sometimes you just kind of, I don't know, space out a little bit and just listen to the sick groovy bass that follows all of his songs, and that's cool. Them Changes made my decade songs list, and ultimately that's just a song with a really sick bass line. And sometimes that's okay.
Sometimes that is okay, Dave. And I think we both recommend giving this a listen. There's really not anything I would say that's bad on here, but like you said, I think some of the songs where it's just Thundercat solo, you just find yourself sometimes grooving a little bit more than actually tuning in. So definitely worth a listen.